All right. Hi, ladies. Hi, everybody. First, before I get deep into it, I seriously, legit want to apologize for my audio yesterday. You guys, I don't know what was up with my audio yesterday, but it was terrible. You see, I have a new mic here. I'm trying to level up my setup. I'm not doing a studio or anything because I'm not trying to be a YouTube star. I just like to use YouTube to share my messages, my passions and my business. YouTube is a business model, but because I live abroad, I'm not about to buy a whole bunch of equipment that I've done in the past. In the past, I've done, soft boxes. I do have a ring light. So I invested in a ring light and I also invested in a microphone. Well, my husband invested in those things for me. And that's like my setup. Now, when I can go out the house again, I'm going to put up some flowers and some candles, but I haven't been able to finish the decorating process that I started because we got the corona going on, the coronavirus. And so, that's kind of like shaking up everything that we've been doing. So I do want to say again that I truly apologize for yesterday's audio. I didn't realize what the audio sounded like until I played it back. And my husband and me were mortified. We were like, oh my gosh, that audio. So, today's topic is everyone must compete. Okay. And before I talk briefly about the topic today, let's read the definition of compete. Compete is a verb. Do you guys know I was an English teacher? I was. Not because I know the English language like that, but that was just my favorite subject always when I was in grade school. And so when I graduated from college, I really didn't know what I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to go into communications, but I wasn't sure like if I was trying to like go into like broadcasting or, I don't know what I wanted to do. I was just kind of, what do I do? What do I do? So I became a teacher because everyone in my family is a teacher. And yeah, I was a good teacher. I can say that. So compete means to strive, to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over others. And what made me think of this topic? Good morning. Good morning, Prissy. Good morning, Annette. What made me think of this topic for today's podcast? Because y'all know I'm doing this new thing on my channel. Now that I'm quarantined, I have even more time because um, sometimes when life is going on, I'm busy and I'm doing things throughout Kuwait, because that's where I live, Kuwait. But now that I'm home, I wake up with all these thoughts that maybe I got from watching a YouTube video or reading an article online. And then I say to myself, I'm going to come online and I'm going to share this thought today. So I want to talk about competing because I think a lot of people put this message out like you only have to compete with yourself. We're only competing with ourselves. And it's like, no, that's only part of the story. Okay. All of us every day should be striving to be the best that we possibly can be. You guys know I did a video yesterday about how I'm joining Weight Watchers and how I'm going on that journey. And if you missed that video, go watch that video. I really dropped some gems in that video, I think, about, just the importance of stepping up and doing what you need to do when it comes to actually living your best life. And so, what I want to say today is that everyone must compete, okay? Just like you have to fill out a job application when you are trying to get a job, just as you have to have certain certifications and degrees or diplomas when you want to strive for certain positions in life. Just like everybody wants to marry the best man that they can possibly marry, that requires competing. Okay? That requires competing. If you want to look good, that's competing. That's saying, I'm going to do what it takes. I'm going to actually wake up and put on a little face in the morning. You know, I'm not just going to wake up out of bed, don't comb my hair, don't iron my clothes, and I don't care. I'm just doing me. I feel like there's a lot of these messages that people shouldn't have to compete. And I've seen a lot of content creators talk about this topic. So I wanted to add my 2 cents in on the topic of competing and what my philosophy is about competing. Hi, Pink Panda. Good morning. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. I'm considering going back to Weight Watchers 2 and actually sticking with it long term like you. It has worked for me in the past. Yes, Weight Watchers works. It works. I lost a good 25 pounds on Weight Watchers, and I felt so good and proud of myself when I did that. And so since I'm already people say I'm shrinking already. They tell me that all the time, girl, you're shrinking. So I might as well like shrink. And y'all know my goal. My goal is to get into a size 12 pants. That is my goal. I want to wear size 12 trousers. I'll be happy with the 14, but I want to wear size 12 trousers. That's the goal. That's really the legit goal. If I once I get into that size 12 trousers, that means I can shop straight size for the most part, and then I'm good. I'm like I'm 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 good unless I want to do something else. So go watch that video if you haven't watched that video. All right, so competing. I think it's important to understand that when you teach young children or when you tell people you don't have to compete, when you give them messages like you don't have to compete as a woman, you don't have to compete because, you know, all that matters is you do your best. You just have to compete against yourself. You know, yes, that is true. Ultimately, all of this is about competing against yourself to a certain point to improve, okay? And I think all of us as women who follow me on this channel, I think all of us we are on the journey of elevating in every single way. Okay? We're on the journey of elevating our lifestyle, our finances, um our relationships, and our quality of life. And if you are in the thought process of I don't have to compete to get the best, then you're already losing. You're already a loser because only losers think like that. Only losers think they don't have to compete, okay? And this was hard for me to accept too. Like it was difficult for me, especially in my early 20s because I thought to myself like, "What? Listen. I why do I have to do that? Life's not fair." I think that was like my favorite thing to say in conversations in my early 20s. I think everything was just about how life wasn't fair and, you know, it's not fair and I'm doing this and I didn't get this and I didn't reap the benefits of this. And sorry, y'all, knocking my mic over. This stand is a little flimsy, so I have to be careful with that. But anyway, and the reason I'm wearing this earphone, uh, not earphone. What are these? These are earphones, right? Baby, these earphones? Okay. Yeah. The reason I'm wearing these earphones is because I want to make sure that the sound is right. Yesterday we had some technical difficulties with the sound, and I actually could probably pull it out now, but I'm just going to keep it in for this particular video, just to test the sound. I won't be wearing these for every single video because I think it's distracting. But there were some sound issues yesterday in my video, and I apologize for that. I don't know why that was occurring. But anyway, I just want to say that competing is good, it's healthy, it's necessary, and you will have to compete in every area of your life, whether it be career, whether it be in dating, whether it be in leveling up, whether it be in, you know, there's a certain group you want to join or organization or sorority. You guys know I'm in a sorority. You had to compete to get into that. Like life is about competition, and that's not a bad thing. It keeps you striving for more and it keeps you positive. Now, some might say, well, what if I'm always losing? You know, it just seems like I'm always losing. Well, we've all been there. We've all been at certain points in our life where we're like, nothing's going right. Like, nothing's going right. Can something go right? Because nothing seems to be going right. And I think everybody has been at those points in life. And I think it's important to understand that you're not going to win all the time. You're not going to win all the time, but you must compete. Okay. And so this is one reason why you will find people go against some of my messages, such as, changing your philosophy when it comes to weight, and when it comes to health, and when it comes to dating, and when it comes to, going for your goals, and whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's business, all the things that I discuss on all of my online platforms. You will find people who will go against it, and they will try to use these things like everybody's different, we all have our own path. People should accept you for who you are. They should accept you for the inside, and it's like these are all very beautiful, sweet nothings, but it's not reality. Okay. As long as you have breath in your body, you are going to have to compete. And this is not about trying to outdo someone else or directly laser focus on someone else. And, oh, I'm going to compete against that girl. Oh, she looks exactly how I want to look. I'm going to compete against her. Oh, she's the size I want to be. I'm going to compete against her. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about making sure that you are at top game, okay, in every area of your life. Making sure that you are focusing on being the absolute best in your industry. Whatever your job is, whatever your career is, what is the next level you can take that to? Now, your path is going to be different. Everyone's path is going to be different. Good morning, everybody who's coming in. Everybody's path is going to be different. No one's path is going to be the absolute same. So it's not necessarily about competing against a person that you have in your mind, because that's crazy. That's when we're getting into like you need psychological help and you're like laser focusing on other people and you're like, I want to be like them and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about just like being the best version of yourself. If that is improving your looks, then that's what you need to do. If that is going back to school or getting a certification or learning how to create an online business, which is what I teach over on Earn with Kim, make sure you follow Earn with Kim on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. Maybe you want a side hustle. Maybe you just want to be more creative. You have to get in the game by actually improving yourself and making good decisions for your life. Your wishes and desires are not going to fall from the sky. Even as a believer, I am not naive to think that the blessings are just going to fall out of the sky just because. Like, it doesn't work like that. God is not a genie. I think some people think God is a genie and you just rub what did they rub? Yeah, rub the lamp and God's gonna pop out like in Aladdin, like he's a genie. No, that's not how this works. Okay. If you read the Bible tells you that you gotta work. You gotta work for everything. When God sees you put the effort in, when he sees you making good decisions, when you're praying, when you're developing your relationship with him, that is when he steps in and he's like, okay, you trust me, you believe, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Of course, it's all going to work out for you, but it's not like I need you guys to stop treating God like he's a genie. He's not your genie. Okay, you can't just be like, God's gonna bless me. How? What did you do? What did you do to cultivate the Lord saying, yes, I'm going to bless you? And it's not that we can earn God's blessings or earn his love. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we have to put the work in. We have to put the effort into our own lives. And this is something that I have learned and that I am learning. And it is a tough, tough lesson to understand that you have to compete out here. You have to compete for jobs. You have to be the best at what you do. You have to get yourself into tip-top shape. And we all lack in different areas. Some people don't lack in the area of fitness. They are fit, they are healthy, they're great in that area, but they may lack in the morals area. Okay, they may need to work on their morals, or they may work on the personality area. They may look really great, but they can't maintain a relationship because that personality is jacked up. Okay, Some people lack in, financial areas. We all have different areas where we are lacking, where we're going to have to step up and get it together. And so I want you guys to understand everyone must compete. We're not competing necessarily against people. We're not fixated on what other people are doing, trying to compete against them. But we do need to understand that how we compete is being the absolute best, trying the absolute hardest, making sacrifices, um, learning more, growing more, taking care of the things that we know that we need to take care of to be better women. And when you do that, you are competing. You're already competing for that job when you go to college, take those classes, take that certification, or take that online course, study, create that business, whatever it is your career path is. You're already competing when you take care of your hair, your skin, your body. You're competing for that top notch guy. You're competing because it's all a competition. Dating is a competition. That's what it is. When I was in college and I was dating, I knew that this is a competition. Okay. He may ultimately decide to pick me. He may not pick me. And my job is to make sure that I'm positioning myself to be the obvious choice. That goes in everything, not just dating, not just education, not just in career. This is in every aspect of your life. Networking, you're competing. You're competing to be the brightest, to be the best, to be the most competent, to be the most confident. You are competing. And if you believe that you don't have to compete to get to where I know God wants us to be, to bring out all the skills, all the talents, all the joy in life, all of the things that we are passionate about in our everyday life. Some of us, it's family. Some of you, you're really pouring into your family. You're competing to be the best aunt, the best mom, the best sister, the best friend, you know, the best wife, you know? You got to be the best at whatever it is you do. You have to be your best. And so I just wanted to come and share that message for my morning thoughts today because it was on my spirit to tell you guys we are not just competing against ourselves in this world. We are competing against a group of amazing participants. Okay. It's not just us in the world. And the truth is, some people are not going to do the work. They're not going to do the work. So, because they are not going to do the work, that is going to leave a door open for you to get that job, to be selected for that particular position that you always wanted to do, to meet that person that's going to help you get to the next level. Some people are not going to do the therapy that they know they need. Okay. Some people are not going to make the good decisions. Some people are not going to lose the weight. Some people are not going to get up 30 minutes earlier in the morning and put a little foundation on so that they could look their absolute best. Some people are not going to steam their clothing. Some people are not going to pay attention to their wardrobe. Some people are not going to work on their personality. Some people are not going to improve their moral compass. Some people are not going to ever do it. And you know where that leaves you, ladies? That's going to leave you in a position to be able to compete better than them. Have a good day, ladies. I will see you for my next morning thoughts. Bye.